Brightside is a place of hope and healing. It's a place where hurting kids can come and feel safe and loved and cared for.
We do a lot of really neat things out here at Brightside, but the heartbeat, the center of what we do is the mentoring, the one-on-one, one child, one horse, one mentor coming together.
A lot of children don't get that. They don't get that person to listen to them and just be there for them and be a friend.
Showing a child who's been through a lot, who maybe people have hurt them or let them down, to show them how they can build a relationship and communicate to this animal that is probably to some of these kids larger than life. I remember being a child around horses and I just thought they were huge.
Horses are uniquely designed to reflect what's happening inside of us.
Like when a kid comes in and they're really having a bad day, the horse understands that. And I'm like, this is crazy, but when you see the horse reaction to the kid, you're like, yeah, this is what's going on.
These animals can walk that walk with these children without words and show them that, you know, you can trust, you can communicate.
It's a pretty cool thing to be around horses. There's this really big animal that can sometimes be intimidating until you find out that they're kind of just big kids too.
My favorite horse is definitely Evan. He's a very fun personality, a lot of energy.
Some of them have different attitudes, and they're very fluffy and furry.
My favorite horse is Allie, because I feel like I built up a bond with her.
At first, she would always back up, and then now she just walked up to me.
Brassilina kind of has a special spot in my heart. Bear's a great guy, and then they're all so unique. I just love them all.
Bear.
Bear is my favorite horse because he pretty much knows exactly what he needs to do at the appropriate time.
The favorite horse is the one that just makes me look like I know what I'm doing, and so there's not a horse that does that yet.
A typical session at the ranch is going to be an opportunity for a mentor to partner with a child who comes for 8 weeks.
I love when we get to paint on the horses and we talk about how words bring life.
When we were painting on the horse, he had chosen forgiven and child of God. I said, so have you given your life to Christ yet? And he said, not yet. He said, but I'm working on that.
I really love being able to speak words of life and affirmation over these kids and remind them of who their identity is in God and Christ.
We got to paint all over him, and he was very fun the whole time.
My favorite is Bring It to the Cross.
You write down what it is that you're trying to take to God, the various things that's on your heart.
And they put it in that water and it disintegrates, it goes away, which is what Jesus did for us on the cross.
And it's just a relief of it's not with us anymore. We can just let it go.
My favorite session is the first one, where we're building trust. It's a little nerve-wracking because you're meeting your student for the first time, your participant, and it's awkward for them initially too, but you get to build this trust with them.
They get into the round pen, and they're going to learn to communicate with the horse by using their body language.
Whenever I was, commanding Bear to go faster.
The best part would probably just be like learning about stuff that I didn't know about, like Jesus and all that. And it was fun to bond with someone.
It's all about, bringing healing to teenage kids, and it's a pretty cool spot to do that.
Brightside is just another home.
If anything else we get out of this whole process of, helping them work through that, is that they have some type of relationship with God.
He purposed us, he has a plan for us, and he promised us through Christ. And I love that, and that's what we do here.
Thank you for being so welcoming, because I just out of the blue showed up and was immediately welcomed, and it was very nice.
I really like coming here.
I started praying to God and stuff before I go to bed, and even in the morning, or I'll pray over my mom and all that.
I've seen a change in my son while he was getting mentored. I sat here on the benches and I loved on the horses, and God loved on me. It's about the kid and God, but it's also about us as families being healed along the way too, along with them.
I think maybe the greatest success that we could see in a child's life after they leave the ranch is that they saw the ranch as a place where they found hope and healing, but they left knowing that God goes with them wherever they go and that they can trust Him with their life.
I have seen what God is capable of doing. And I know that that's just the beginning of the story, that he's going to do so much more. And there's so many more lives that he wants to touch through the ranch. And I'm just glad that we get to be available and to be a part of that story, to be a part of that journey, and a part of that process for those kids and those families.